Assalamualaikum. Okey, boleh dengar saya tak? Saya nak test dulu sebelum kita mula. Okey, siapa yang join, kalau boleh dengar, boleh letak komen boleh dengar saya atau give a thumbs up emoji ke. Okey, so Rina boleh dengar kan? Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, so sementara kita tunggu yang lain, InsyaAllah for today dengan tomorrow kita akan adakan IG live about mental health awareness lah, which is I think is a very important issue ataupun important topik yang mungkin kita nak kena berikan, berikan perhatian. Okay, alright, now it's 7:58. We are waiting at 8 o'clock and then we are going to start with our guest is Puan Haryani Othman. Okay, tunggu dia request lah. Kak Hani, if you are there. Yes, before that, Assalamualaikum to semua yang baru join, okay. I know that Masjid Istighfar dah lama tak buat IG live. Last kita buat was... Hello Kak Hani, if you are dah ready, you can... Oh, okay. Dia dah request, let's start. Okay. Oh. Cahaya. Assalamualaikum semua. Okay, kita tunggu dulu connection.
Hai. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Excited Dah lama tak jumpa.
Tu lah. Macam mana ni?
Sekejap kasih I tukar background dulu. Nanti macam orang nampak kita punya poster macam dah lah live muka kita, gambar muka kita.
Boleh tukar background ni?
Boleh. If you have iPhone lah. I tak tahulah.
Wah. Action
Sekejap
nak kena share.
Let me tukar sekejap. Okay, wait. Let me try. I dah lama tak buat. Okay. Oh. Sekarang macam gini lah. Saya nampak kecil
Sih.
Kan? Okay, kejap.
Cuba lagi.
Okay, wait. Sabar. Oh. Sekejap. Let me... Tada. Sedih. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Boleh?
Okay, boleh. So dia kecil sebab tadi ada I pun baru perasan kalau kita letak poster tu kat belakang and then kita pakai
Then
background.
you can see both of us. Yes.
Okay, kita tunggu kejap baru 8 orang. Okay, Assalamualaikum semua yang baru join, yang wave. Okay, saya wave balik lah. Kita nak kena wave balik lah. Okay. Actually kan Masjid Istighfar kan kita dah lama tak ada IG live. Last kita buat IG live is sebelum raya.
Bila? Sebelum raya? Wah, lama korang rest.
Lama. Okay, so insyaAllah kan for this part, okay, for those viewers yang baru masuk, hai semua, Assalamualaikum yang wave ni, Assalamualaikum semua, sihat semua, Alhamdulillah. Okay, and I know that sekarang ni ada yang still working from home, ada yang slowly tempat kerja baru buka, and kita kan October is the month of mental health awareness in October.
Yes, correct.
Yes. So I think it is important lah. Disclaimer, Masjid Istighfar is not the expert in we are not the expert in about mental health apa, but I think it's a good thing lah for us to bring awareness to our masyarakat, so that kita tahu
correct.
What are the things, ataupun kalau let's say kita macam ada kawan ke ataupun ada orang-orang yang terdekat dengan kita ke yang apa ni, mungkin kita tahu yang kita boleh detect dan kita boleh tolong lah. I mean help each other is very important and it is also part of ajaran kita juga kan, to look out for each other, to look out tapi bukan jadi kepo.
Betul. Hi Liza my friend is here.
Oh, okay, alright. Okay, so 28. Okay, before we start kan Kak Ani, I just give a brief introduction about yourself, boleh? Can
Boleh sure.
Okay. So Puan Haryani Othman, okay, is one of the founders of Mak Besar Private Limited. Siapa yang tahu yang selalu pergi Suntec, salah satunya saya lah. Selalu kalau ada mak besar je, okay lah, jom kita pergi. Okay. So,
So dia orang dah
nama
cakap tu salam sis. Mak besar.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay. He is also a manager for IRB Law LLP. Okay, for those yang follow the Talking Dome, IRB Law pun ada one of the episodes, 2 episodes.
Yeah,
In
2
our
episodes.
in our podcast, which is hosted by Ustaz Maaz, Ustaz Lufi and Ustaz Nazi. Okay, so those yang belum dengar lagi, you can download or you can find us on Spotify, The Talking Dome. Okay. And then she is known as a comedian and also content creator for many award-winning TV shows. Okay, and selalu kita nampak muka kat TV kat Suria. Alright. And not known to many, okay, behind smiles and laughter, she is a depression fighter. Okay, so once a survivor to that painful mental illness, she relapsed with major manic depression and anxiety in November in 2018. And now is managing her mental health on a daily basis, insyaAllah. Okay, so kita kat sini hari ni to all our viewers yang sedang tonton kita semua. Oh, sama Az ada ke? Saya tak perasan lah.
Ada tu dia cakap salam. Takkan.
Okay, so to those yang baru join, okay, kita nak share. Okay, just to be clear yang we are not judging anyone. We are not to bring attention ke apa, but we want to share journey. Okay, a journey from depression. Yeah, those yang especially Kak Hani yang go through the depression and how do you manage it. Okay, so mungkin daripada kita harapkan from one of your sharing adalah sedikit sebanyak orang-orang yang di luar sana, those yang rasa takut ataupun rasa dia keseorangan ke apa, so they know that they are not alone, insyaAllah. Okay, Kak Hani.
InsyaAllah.
Maybe you want to, I dah intro you sikit, so maybe you want to tell more about yourself.
Ada lagi Natal ke?
Tak lah.
I mean, actually it's a very nice intro. Thank you so much. I'm very heartened. Thank you for having me here. Actually ramai orang, only this year that ramai orang know that I'm fighting some mental health issues. Tapi before that, I've been very quiet about it.
Okay. What
Yeah,
makes you,
so
what makes you that being quiet about it, macam tak nak orang tahu atau
no, I guess it's because when I first got it in 2004, 05 gitu,
that's lama.
I wasn't known, you see, so I was just
Okay.
fighting it on my own. But later when it became especially when I relapsed, it became apparent that I need to let people know that I'm just human. Don't
Okay.
judge me.
Yep.
And that you're not alone. So, of course, I also now manage some talents. And they know some of them, a couple of them are also having such issues. So it helps.
Yep.
So I decided, you know what, if anybody is gonna ask me about this, I'll just be honest and then share lah.
Yeah.
Recently I share dengan Club Hill dengan 4 PM.
Yep.
And it was very robust pasal ramai orang tanya, you didn't look like one. I last saw you at Bazaar Ramadan and you look okay. Yes, exactly. So Rina, thank you. I think that's very nice to know that I'm able to hide it very well. I'm not sure how we want to do this. Do you want to start with how
Yep.
now we know why I decided to share, because I think it helps a lot of people. It makes other people feel that they're not alone. Is very important. Pasal it is not an easy illness to deal with, right? Dia tak ada macam
correct.
some ubat that you can miraculously
It's not a short
makan.
journey.
It's not.
long
Hi, Nya.
journey.
My friend Nya, Cak ada cakap. Cak. So how do we start this?
Okay, so before that, I just ask you as opening, right? I ask you a question like, okay, before you were diagnosed and you seek for treatment and everything, and how did you discover that you get depression? Maknanya in terms of sometimes, well, because I read up a few about depression, because depression dia punya awareness dia banyak, and people start to one by one start to come out, one by one start to
Yes.
Apa ni tu,
Sekarang
apa orang kata, what is that word, they started to, apa
open up lah.
open up, yes, they started to open up
Yeah.
themselves. So selama ni orang tak tahu. Sometimes you can see people tu senyum, orang tu happy, orang tu ketawa, but you don't know what's inside
Oh,
them.
you don't know. I mean,
Yes.
when I first started to be diagnosed, it was very harsh. Masa tu 2004, I was still in uni, I was still
Wah,
overseas.
saya
Jadi
masih
bila it
primary, saya
happened,
masih kecil lagi.
saya dah. Okay, I will let you know the symptoms. For different people, Rina, the symptoms different. But let me just share what happened to me.
Okay.
Ceritakan. So apa jadi is I wouldn't want to explain what happened and then
Yeah.
kenapa. But it's just one day that I couldn't. I feel like I couldn't breathe and I couldn't function. Jadi tak boleh. My whole bodily system, right, at that point macam shut down. I know it sounds so macam takkan terjadi, but guys, that's what exactly happened to me. They just shut down. I woke up not able to talk, not able to move my fingers, and I just want to cry. So I kept crying and crying, and all I felt was pain here lah. Macam sakit dia like choking. I
Macam
feel choked.
choking, tak boleh
Yeah.
bernafas at all.
Yeah, and my uni mate, God bless their soul, a couple of them sent me to hospital because they don't know what happened. And they still don't know what triggered it. I know, but I didn't want to say it out at that time and I couldn't speak. So I
Okay.
just macam blank. So when I went to the hospital, dekat that overseas hospital, the doctor said, "Oh, what happened?" Then my uni mate just say she cannot stop crying and then dia tak boleh nak berbual lah. And I was put on drip and then they asked me try and express what happened. So dengan melalak dengan tersesedu, I said a few things lah. And then she said, okay, you know what? You are having a depression breakdown. Have you had
Okay.
it before? Dia kata, no. I said, no lah. So it was very bad. I was like that for a few days sampai my family arranged for me to fly back. And I flew back. I still cannot talk. I still cannot chit chat. I want to breathe also. I feel tingling feeling. So I just like,
Susah nak
but it,
bernafas, and then that time
yeah,
masa you fly back to Singapore tu, you are alone.
yeah. And the SQ people was helping lah, cause my sister was in the airport punya industry. So to I really don't know what to say, what to do. All I know is it was so painful. I didn't like it when I woke up, right? Every time I wake up, I hate the fact that I'm still alive.
Oh,
And I got angry. So I
okay.
got angry at a lot of things. I got angry at myself. I got angry at God because to me macam, aku not bad Muslim, but what the hell do you do this to me? Like why does it have to happen this way? And I feel like it was unfair. Jadi I thought of ending it because of two reasons. Because it's so painful, I don't know what to do. I couldn't say it out. And my family was so supportive and they were so respectful. They didn't ask me what's
Allah.
wrong. They just like, whatever it is, we're here, what happened. They thought like the worst, but walaupun they thought the worst, they did not like, kau bila aku sekarang apa nak jadi? You know, I think that would have been worse. But all I wanted to do was to die. I tried so many things. When I was still awake, I tried to jump down. I cut my stomach sampai macam so deep like that with a knife. And I ate pills. It was bad because not because I don't love my life, because it was so painful for me to even breathe and I didn't know what to do then. And sekarang ada ramai orang share. Ada social media, ada website. At that time tak ada tau. Even at that time 2004, my internet was dialed in. So information was not as
As fast as
easily.
now.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
didn't know what happened to me. I just remember yang dekat the hospital cakap, oh, you are having this thing lah. And I didn't want to eat. I just wanted to die. And I wanted to die because it was painful. I wanted to die because I want to, in my head, I want to question my maker and like, why the hell, why me? Because tak tahu apa nak buat apa. So I remember when finally I came back properly after exam semua, right? I kept on macam bangun tidur. Itu je lah. Masa tak nak buat apa-apa.
The feeling of can I say like a meaningless, macam You just go through
Yes,
your
yes.
day.
It was
You just
just floaty.
you just go through
But
macam bangun, do your things, tidur. There's no like there's no reaction, there's no emotions. You just want to just go through with your life, then that's it.
I don't even remember anything much. And the thing is, sekarang is walaupun it's been 15 years that it first happened,
Mm-hmm.
I still remember the pain. And I remembered that my family was trying to make me part of things, jaga my nephew and all that, so that I don't do anything stupid. My father undo the locks at the home so that I don't suddenly lock the door and do something.
Uh-huh.
Kasihan, they had to go through a lot. And I remember that time when I first started to be okay with talking and all that. I remember it was Ramadan tau.
Uh-huh. Sorry, for
So
how long how long does
oh,
it take for
very
you
long, Masya Allah.
trying
That's
to
the thing
talk?
I'm getting at. You will be shocked because it is Ramadan.
Uh-huh.
And I remember macam, remember lah orang puasa, habis tu kau tak puasa, lepas tu orang
Uh,
macam, your parents asking how you are, you're always on your bed, mandi, bangun, itu pun kena macam orang paksa. And then suddenly, right, I woke up one night because I remembered this specific incident
uh-huh.
that tengah-tengah malam I could hear people, somebody was crying. And
Tengah malam.
tengah malam. So I opened my eyes a bit. Then I saw my father at the foot of my bed lah. My father is
Uh,
very old. Now he's 86, Alhamdulillah. But at that time,
Alhamdulillah,
you
masya
minus lah, dah 70 lebih kan. Still
Allah.
old lah, right?
Yeah.
So he was crying and he was like, macam he was doing this to my leg. Then he said, bangun lah, bangun, please be. Like he is from Penang. So he has this Penang Telo. So
Ah,
but what he said was like, bangunlah, cik bangunlah, bapak kasih apa je, cik nak cik bangunlah. Like he was, I'm so sorry.
are you okay? Okay. Take your time.
I'm so sorry. He was not, I can repeat this story so many times, but it's never easy. So he was saying that, and I could hear him cry. I could see him in the darkness. And he and me very close now. He will do anything. And at that time, it really showed that him and my family members really could do anything for me. So, bila I saw that, I was crying, but he didn't know I was awake. Because I couldn't speak sangat. I macam malas nak berbual. And then the next day, I woke up. I woke up sendiri, tak ada orang. Kejut lah. So I asked my mom, Ma, bila hari raya? Then she was just like looking at me. Apa yang bila hari raya? Hari raya was 4 months ago. So
Okay.
I total loss of 4 months in
How?
my head. Like, bila say? And they
Dia
had
macam all
pictures.
kira macam all
I
the
cannot remember.
days goes by macam gitu, and you just didn't notice what's going on and everything.
Yeah, and I cannot remember. And I'm like, takkan sih. And then, like my sister will show me, kan kita pergi sini, kita pergi sini. Then my neighbor will tell me like, yeah, we saw you walking. But even my neighbor, like, dia kata hati dia so painful when she saw me. Because she's like, where's the light in her eyes? Why is she like a zombie? Everybody who saw me remember that I was just blank. And
Hmm.
I cannot replicate what it is like because I don't know. Is what they tell me. Then I decided cannot lah like that. I don't remember what the hell happened. I cannot bear seeing my father macam like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to IMH
Mm-hmm.
on my own. And I said to the A&E lah, I said, this is my symptoms, this is what happened. And don't know what, it was like a blur lah. Now it was a blur. But I remember that they put me on a stretcher. And then don't know what the doctor said. And then I was angry. Then I like throw my hands around. But that's when they said, yeah, I think you do have this thing called major manic depression because kau macam asyik nak mati aje. Lepas tu kau tak nak mati, tak nak hidup. Just on the
Just
bed, doing nothing.
uh,
Yeah, so they put me on like 24 hours. Not I don't know how many hours lah, but I was observed for a while. And then lepas tu dia cakap there's two, since you can make decisions yourself, you want to stay or do you want to like macam come back every day. We have like prescribed medicine semua lah. But so I said no, I don't want to stay. So I balik, I ate the medicine made me very sleepy and all that. So I was put to a psychologist ke psychiatrist, I can't remember, who told me that it was quite bad. Like my symptoms seem to be bad and I don't know what to do with it. So that's when she talked to me and then we did like a lot of workshopping of my emotions, and you know it was very very helpful. But she did mention, why don't you just stay here so that kau tak macam, you know, you don't go, we don't find you like dead, because it's dangerous, you're in a dangerous state lah. I didn't, but I also realized that the medicine, what it does is it makes me just weak so that I don't do bad stuff.
That
So I
extreme.
decided to go off the medicine. So I went often, very often, daripada macam almost every day sampai 2-3 times a week, sampai twice a week, once a week, and then sampailah 1.5 years until I'm okay. Baru macam 1 to 3 months once. But what it helped me was, or how it helped me was, I understood what to do. I understood how to manage the emotion, the triggers, what was it. I understand fully what depression is and all that. And at that time belum ada anxiety lagi. Just depression. Lepas tu, I still have to wake up. Kadang-kadang bangun, right? When you are attacked, right? Bangun, like I feel like my heart dah stop. So I have to like macam,
To grab air.
yeah. So that was helpful. And then I remembered almost 1 tahun lebih gitu, I was seeing this guy, tapi bukan macam serious lah, was just ha he right. But he made me laugh one time, and then I laugh, right, and then it felt macam that's the first time I felt that emotion of laughter. It
Masya
felt macam apa
Allah.
ni?
Aku ketawa macam
Then then I ketawa, then the heart macam jump, right, and then I like So my sister said, my younger sister said, are you happy? Because I've not seen you laugh in so long. And I realized, aku tak dalam, I kept crying until I forgot the feeling of happiness and laughter.
Masya
So I
Allah.
end up crying again. Hello, clueless. Hello, hi, Myzik. So,
Okay.
that was, and it took me like about almost 2 years to, I would say, to fight it and be at the point where I love my life. I will say no if I need to. Dah jadi garang sikit. I change a bit lah. It make me grow up. I change certain part of my life and my principles. Hi, Flick. So
Masya Allah.
I remember.
Ada komen kat sini. Assalamualaikum wanita-wanita hebat. Masya Allah.
Masya Allah, thank you. Terima kasih, Yaks.
Yes,
You are one strong
you.
woman to go through this.
Yes.
Thank you,
Allah.
Ifa.
And Kak Hani, we got so much love. Apa ni? Orang tekan
Tak stop.
Oh yes. See, like people are giving you. You are not alone. Like I want to tell people out there yang siapa yang going through the same as you. You are not alone. There are people out there yang care for you, and if you need to talk to kita
Masya Allah.
Yes.
With social media lagi senang to get people talk to. So you want me to continue until the relax?
Yes, kan? Boleh juga.
I was okay sekali. But sometimes I do feel macam remember that feeling, that feeling. But I don't do anything. I know that I know that I'm not rabak when I don't think of death or just suddenly nak pergi mati. But then in 2018, right, I started having issues in my marriage, issues with myself, issues with my business at that time was kasih baba, and then my partners were just this there's 5 of us, Lina and Fit. my partners in Mak Besar sekarang. I think they're watching. And then there's two others lah. So these two others seem to be toxic for the business. So when I realized there were some lies going on, and I was like, but I was careful. Kenapa jadi pada aku? How come jadi pada Linang and Fit? I'm dragging people down. My money is all gone. Like, then my husband tengah macam gini dengan aku. And so I had my first bout of relapse. And I remember it was relapse because I had a discussion and it became a fight with my husband. And then I remember, then there was this one like very bad, like need to like mengamuk, and also I couldn't stop crying, and I would be like macam terpekik-pekik. While I cry, I will pekik-pekik, and I will be like shaking, and I ended up putting out tali in my room, and I ended up hanging at the and I still have, I don't know whether I still have the picture of the mark. I remember giving one of my partners kan. I mean, dorang laki bini Lena and Fit. You met them, right?
Yes. And Lina is watching. She's
Oh,
giving a
hello,
hi,
Lena. So, Alhamdulillah. So, I remembered Fit ni kan, dia macam inquisitive sikit tau. So, he was the one who I lost the gambar. He was the one who tend to like always making sure I'm okay. He knows what I was going through. They both know that but he's always making sure what I'm going through. And I remember him calling when it happened. And then I don't know why he called, because I didn't tell him anything. I didn't message him anything, but he was inquisitive in that sense. So, but the next day I said, oh, I tried to do that. Then I show him the picture of the tali yang left lah. There was a burn. But the tali putus. Gemuk sangat agaknya. The tali putus. So then I realized, shit, how come it's back? Then I went into denial. Maybe it's just a one-time thing. It's not a one-time thing. From then until like 2019, November gitu, dia rabak. But and I had this anxiety where I will just shake, macam something happened right then, or too many people or whatever right then, I will just macam shake. Lepas tu cannot breathe. And then Lina and Fit be like, okay, put okay, let's get her to the side. Okay, awak breathe. And at that time, my husband was around. He was helpful and yet not helpful because he was part of the problem. He was part of the relapse. And then after that, I was already managing IRB. So my boss, my managing partners know what happened to me by the time it was 1 year lah, November 2019. I even went to so many trips. My travel trip are like my escape. Thank you kakak, Masya Allah. Kakak Rosla dengan Shikin, thank you so much.
Yeah, you are an inspiration. You are inspiration, Sis Haryani. Despite your sparkling joy and happiness in our lives, we never knew you had so much challenges yourself. We love you. Please stay strong. Yeah, because people see you dekat any event you buat. Yeah, and you are such a strong.
And I guess I hide it. One good thing about me, because in 2005, 26, I know how to manage, right? So, my work dia tak jatuh sangat tau. I still can go to work. I still can do work. But then I inside rabak lah. So, after that, I went to travel a lot of times. I even went off to travel for 2 months alone with the intention of dying. But nobody knows that. I'm like, okay, at the end of it, dah puas hati, I'm just gonna die. But it was funny because orang akan cakap, alamak, kau tak ada iman . The thing with mental illness, dia macam cancer. If orang ada cancer, do you tell them that, kau ada cancer pasal kau tak ada iman. You're a bad Muslim, that's why you have cancer. You don't say that, what? Iman dengan mental health or any health issues for that matter, dia tak side by they're totally separate. Am I a good Muslim? Yeah, you all see macam, okay lah, dia ni seksi, tak pakai tudung. But I am a good Muslim. I'm a practicing Muslim. I do my prayers. I do extra prayers. Every Thursday, I go to, dulu sebelum COVID, I'll be at Masjid Taqwa. Sometimes I'm at Istighfar, doing the Yasin and all that.
We saw
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
I do Ramadan and all that. Yes, I do. I don't have to tell people all that.
Yep.
It's not important. I'm just sharing here. But I do know that it's not any part of my iman. Ni nak dekat US ni, dah confirm nak pergi terjun kat mana, dah check out lagi. Dah check out semua. I even asked my friend to come. In case, you know, somebody have to like bring me back. Because she doesn't know all this. I didn't tell her.
Okay.
It was in my head. But am I still praying? Yeah, I pergi masjid-masjid kat sana. I pergi solat Jumaat dengan orang kat sana dekat US. I even went to study for a while. Pergi go for Quran reading and all that. Pergi buat hajat and all that. I know what I'm doing is wrong. But I wanted to just end it. And the thing about me, from the time yang I jatuh to depression that deep to being rational dia tak boleh. Within 20-30 seconds, there are times where bila my husband and me, we live separately kan. Different room for a while. There are times where I'm so sakit dah kat dalam bilik. I just rush out. I didn't think. Within berapa saat, just rush out and run up so that I can jump. It was him who stopped me a few times. It was him. It was sometimes Lina and Fit punya phone call. Okay. And then I managed 2 businesses. It was okay. It was quite healthy. But orang tak tahu when I dig down, when there's supposed to be events going on, when there's supposed to be meeting clients for business dealing for mak besar. Mak besar, I'm not usually very active. Yang betul-betul active and run it operationally every day is Lina Ngafid and a few of our staff. There's about a few staff lah, about 5 or what. But okay, but sometimes they do need me. They do need me to check certain things. But can you imagine having to live with a partner yang kita tak tahu tau. Diorang won't know. Dia ni bila nak deep, bila nak okay. Bila dia deep, dia boleh deep very, very long. She will be very quiet for very long and she will marah-marah. Semua pun nak marah. Because lepas tu cannot work properly, cannot meet people and then or rather cannot meet them. They have to support me from the back. They have to make sure they cover me and when people cari I, diorang yang jawab semua. All this 1 tahun lebih dengan aku punya masalah cerai tak cerai. Ella jatuh talak but we rujuk Alhamdulillah. But with that right. And then with no complaint. No complaint, these 2 people. Lina and Fit. Dia tak sekali pun tell me, honey, kau menyusahkan kita. No complaint.
They are there to support you. They are there to make sure that Allah hantar, from your story, what I can see that Allah hantar Lina and Fit to actually support you, to be there with you.
I do so many mistakes to hurt myself. I become a different person, not even a single judgment. Still sayang. Diorang ni ada anak 4. Tetapi masih nak kena sibukkan partner yang gila ni. You know what I mean?
Yes. And I met them.
Yeah, masih. Wah, anak 4 kecoh. Anak apa. But masih kena sibukkan partner yang satu gila ni. No complaint. That's the thing I like. No complaint. Kadang-kadang aku pun macam mengamuk dengan dia, tak pasal-pasal mengamuk. They just take it. Because they know this is not you.
Masya Allah.
Masa tu my husband, walaupun kita dah living separate life, walaupun dah jatuh talak, he refused to leave the house.
To take.
Because he needed to take care of me. Because he knows that it's wrong. I'm not in the state of mind. Yeah, I'm okay in the day and all that. Pagi-pagi dengan malam-malam itu paling rabak.
It's different lah. It's a different
situation. It's a different person. Lepas tu kena put up a front, right?
Yep.
Why? Because I'm working, I'm doing all these things. Until my managing partner, why not you guys both go for therapy. They give me a very good then I say, dulu aku pergi MH, sekarang aku tak teringat ke nak pergi balik. Like, what's wrong with me? So we went. Sometimes I pergi seorang, sometimes I pergi dengan my husband. It becomes like a mental therapy plus couples therapy and it really helped me.
A lot.
Help. A lot. Jangan cakap dorang aja. My younger sister yang kadang-kadang macam aku rasa I traumatize her, you know, sometimes. She will read on the news, Kate Spade lah, mati, gantung diri. Habis that chef mati gantung diri. She will message me sometimes, Kak. And Ani, she call me Ani, I don't want to read this about you. Please be okay. I'm begging you, please be okay. I need you, I love you, we all love you. My parents, dia dah tua tau. Jadi dia macam tahu tak tahu tau. But they just give me love. My whole family, my elder sister pun sama. We are not gonna ask you anything. We're just gonna give you love. My younger sister knows more lah, the most. But instinct family ni lain sikit. And yet, with the therapy and understanding what happened, why I relapsed, the triggers and all that, and to think, and then I went to Umrah and all that, come back. Ini pergi Umrah ni pun, okay, a few times tau. Pergi US, dorang ada Masjid Istighfar Carnival, remember?
Yes.
So they had to do it without me. Pergi Umrah pun we were like gearing up for Powerhouse Market just a few days before that. They had to do it without me. No complaints. Kasih duit lagi. Belanja lah.
Masya Allah.
Yeah. Ni nak pergi masters pun sama dia like that. So I realised that despite everything, while doing the therapy, my husband still love me. I still love my husband. Why can't we just work it out? But for us to work it out, I have to settle the anxiety and the manic depressive part of me. I have to stop. I have to manage it. I have to stop sikit-sikit je nak mati. I wish I have more control. Benda ni, you cannot control. Macam when cancer spread, you can control ke?
No.
You can manage. You cannot control. It's very different. Bila dah ada anxiety attack, shake sampai my mata, tak boleh nak fokus. Like I cannot see one place. Dia macam, I cannot. My whole, so I become like very highly, macam ADHD also lah. I mean, like that. So, it's so difficult. What made it easier was, orang faham, people are there to just be, to love you. Yeah, and to understand what are your triggers. So, bila I go back to therapy kan, dia ada satu chart dia bilang, okay, this is your trigger. From 0 rage to 100% rage. And then to a tipping point where I dah malas I nak terjun. Or something like that. So, she made me macam very, dia cakap, you must be aware of all these stats. You have to breathe 3-4 seconds and be aware of this. Take away everybody who is the trigger. Take away everybody who's toxic. It is okay to say no. And if you cannot, hello Aziza. Hi. So dia kata it's okay to say no. It's okay to be selfish and want things for yourself. So you manage. So I am still without, not on any pills. I do take melatonin once in a while to help me sleep when I have anxiety attack sampai macam tak boleh tidur. My husband is back with me, so he is a different person. He's like the old person. I mean, bila dah setahun lebih, 2 tahun tu kita dua-dua jadi orang lain kan? So we came back together. We are doing more things together now. Like I realized 2 years that I relapsed tu kan, one thing that I did very, very wrong is I malas nak berbual about my feelings. When he hurt me, when he says certain things, when discussing baba people, do things that I don't like, I realized I diam banyak and that was not good. One of my trigger was I kumpul, lepas tu I meletup.
So addressing your emotions is important. Addressing is what you feel important.
Tak payah dengan semua orang lah. But choose. And sometimes I use social media as an outlet tau. Kadang-kadang I rant the social media. I will say the things. I rant. But it helps. People be like, asal kau bilang ni semua? Tak nak baca kau punya pasal. Don't judge me. Yeah. Don't judge me. I have the thing about after being rational, right? I'll be thinking, wow, so many people is depending on me. My sister, nieces and nephew, my mom and dad. Can you imagine how when I was in one of the times yang I relapsed kan, I think my father pun suspect, right? There was this picture where he and me were hugging and then at Changi Hospital and then we both were crying. I think my sister took it. It was because dia sakit, and then I came to the doctor to send him lah to the A&E. But he knows that I was just macam, he remembers, I think, that dia ni macam zombie. So
Dia
he
macam
said,
ada,
are you
dia
okay?
macam ada tak ada, ada tak ada.
Ah,
Dia
then the
ada
start,
terus ada
Yan
terus
okay
ada.
tak? Yan ada masalah, bilang bapa. Yan jangan gini. Lepas tu later he like macam his voice shake. He said, Yan janganlah sakit-sakit sampai apa nanti kalau apa-apa jadi kat Yan, bapa pun tak nak leave. You know, he will say stuff like that. So it's like I remember lah, aku ni asyik menyusahkan orang aja. But it was not something I choose.
Yes.
But it will be something I manage. And when you see me outside, thank you clueless her. Aku ni tak pernah ingat nama dia apa. She's quite close to me.
Oh, okay. There's one before the comment dia ada cakap from Clueless dia cakap a woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman. You are one cut such a positive perspective pioneering so much love hugs. Yes.
Thank you. I'm definitely happier now lah. Alhamdulillah. I got a lot of support. And by talking about it, I feel lagi kurang burden. And then even until now, sometimes when I have anxiety attack ke, I tak nak berbual, nanti siap lah like my husband will do something to make me happy. And then Lina and Fit will also like sometimes come by and like, hey, you know, and then you know how Fit is, like he's good at what he does. He's a very good partner and then he works well. But he has this clown side of him that helps. But people also don't know, both of them has this side where heart to heart talk can be really and it can be really nice when you do that to them, with my sister, younger sister, with some of my colleagues. Some of my colleagues yang tahu pun very, very supportive, always checking on me. I have a few lawyers, I don't know whether you all know, like Munta, Shehzadi, Byros, all this, right? I am more open to what I am facing now. So because they know, right, they are always on the lookout for me. Yeah, sending me food sometimes. So
Ya Allah.
it was, I know the road to recovery is very near. Very near. Sometimes the triggers come back. The triggers definitely come back. But I'm more ready to handle it asal, I guess if it's not heavy and I wouldn't have that 30 seconds to just jump down lah, but I can feel that it's much better. It won't go away totally because even cancer ada relapse kan?
Yep.
And my anxiety is quite teruk tau. Kadang-kadang macam excited pun shake. Like macam, oh, so many work, so much work, so adrenaline rush. Lepas tu like, habis tu bila I do event kan ramai orang kan. People don't know that amongst the me going around tawaf dekat tempat event tu, Suntec tu, I need 10-15 minutes. Usually after solat ke apa, pergi belakang. Some of my talents just take a breather. Some of my talents are Hadi, Andri, all this Aidil. Aidil is also a fighter. Will know when is the time to jangan. Ellie, my best friend is like, you know, Ellie, Atia. Okay, Ellie, Atia, all these people. Sida, they are from the first time that I kena. They are the 3 people who sent me to the hospital. Zul, all my Monash people lah.
Masya Allah.
When I see all these names, I realize that I really am not alone.
You are not alone. There are people from the beginning tolong you and
sampai
then
sekarang.
sampai sekarang. So
Alhamdulillah, you got better half that really sayang you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, I mean, Alhamdulillah, he's back being himself, being a good husband. And I'm back being a wife instead of just somebody who's like floating around like a zombie. I'm glad.
Alhamdulillah.
Should I ask them to? Oh yeah, you have questions. Maybe we should do the Q&A lah. Aku asyik berbual je.
No, it's okay. It's about sharing your journey and how you experience it. It's something that sometimes kita as kita sebagai manusia kan, kita tak nampak tau what is happening to that person. Like sometimes kita dah selalu sangat dengan orang tu, we thought that they are okay. We thought that dia ataupun dia memang macam gitu. Dia memang that's him or that's her, but inside dalam diri orang tu sometimes they are crying for help, but we don't know because they don't show the symptoms. Sometimes they are very good at hiding it.
Hiding it lah.
Yeah,
Very good.
hiding it. Yes. Okay. So just now you said that about you have business about you did event big events, especially about the bazaars and everything. Then dealing with large crowded people kan. How is your reaction, I would say? Macam mana tadi you cakap you will go behind and take a breath. Before the start of it, like you expect like it can be like 2,000, 3,000 people punya sekali datang. So how is that? Because I was in February, Istighfar join Powerhouse Mak Besar. I somehow bila tengok the crowd I macam okay. So kalau kita mesti dah macam okay, macam how do you handle it?
Yeah, and for me it's worse because people want to talk to me, want to say hi to me, which I'm very happy to do. But when I'm tired, lepas tu ada anxiety attack kan. And let's say like macam I kena handle certain issues lah during the event. How is it susah lah nak nafas.
Okay,
but I have to maintain. But sometimes ada juga terpiong and like macam some people will see me like asal dia ni tak berbual dengan aku like and I will rush out. It will be uncomfortable because I'm shaking. I'll be vibrating. Macam you imagine kalau I vibrate my handphone like that. So my view is going to be like that. It's that bad. Jadi pening nak muntah semua. So I will feel it first when I start to shake.
Oh, okay.
So dia macam alamak. So I need a breather. I need to breathe. I need to see nothing. That's what I do at home also. So my husband will know when I need that nothing time. I will just see nothing. I will just duduk and see nothing and hear nothing. That's what I need and it will help. I don't want to be taking medicine. Nanti sampai mati pun you
Rely on that. It's trying to for another.
And then having the solat breaks is very very helpful, very important. The zikir also. So sometimes people need to remind me because when I'm in that state, right, bila jatuh gila tu kan, Tuhan pun lupa. Akan maki lah kadang-kadang macam different person. So I will get reminders. So is when I share reminders, maknanya orang tu remind I atau I get reminded, I want to share with people. It's like a two-way street. So that's how. I hope I answered your question well.
Yeah, okay. To our viewers, if you have any questions or anything to ask, you may letak dekat comments lah, insyaAllah. Okay Kak, so throughout your journey, right, from what I can conclude is people who are support you is very important, and then your friends, your families yang tahu about this, and then I am very glad that sekarang ni on social media there's a lot about mental health awareness. There's a lot about people start talking, and some of them I do follow people yang they are diagnosed with depression, and I understand that sometimes because they cannot, kadang-kadang orang-orang ni they cannot express through orang, so they express through social media. That's the platform that they can do it. So to me is expressing on social media is part of it. Be respectful to the person who
jangan judge lah. Don't say stuff like dia ni attention seeker. Okay, maybe there are some people yang attention seeking. So because sometimes when I hear people, I'm so depressed, and I'll be thinking, hey, you don't know a single shit about what that word can bring you. So better don't say. You don't know.
It's a very long process, journey.
You don't know the weight of that word depressed. Don't say, I think I'm in depression. Sorry kalau you are in depression, like mula-mula you won't even know that word. You don't know. Yeah, so don't play with that word. So yes, sometimes memang ada orang macam attention seeking. But whether they are or they are not, right, kita tak tahu apa they go through. So let them say it out. Let them express. Don't diss them. Jangan sampai dah tak ada baru like, I wish I was there for the person say.
Yeah.
Don't. I don't think any of my friends and my support system and my colleagues, my family, my husband, Lina and Fit, my sister, I don't think they will be the one to say that because they have been here for every
Very.
step of the way. Ellie, you know, Atia, Sina, semua. And if let's say I really do fall one day because of this, right, it's nobody's fault. But let's hope I don't lah. So don't judge them. Ask them whether they want to speak. Maybe it helps. And therapy, jangan ingatkan therapy is mahal. Yes, the one that I baru pergi and still have a few more sessions left, memang mahal. So one time is like 500. But IMH punya therapy dengan a lot of other places, family service center, PPIS and all that. IMH, I only paid $10 je that time, 10.70. I go to poly, I say I want, no, I go to, you can go to poly, say you want to say IMH, give me a referral letter.
Nah.
Subsidized is $10.70. We all have, insyaAllah. Kalau you tak ada, please ask around. Ask me, I will give you the $10.70.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the means the help sekarang nowadays help are there. We have family service
yeah.
center, we have organizations, Club Heal, we have a lot more people are trying to reach out to all these people as time goes by, especially to me is especially during this situation where
Yeah, the
everybody.
COVID time, rabak.
Yes. And
But
boleh apa ni starting working from home aja kita dah boleh rasa the tension of it.
yes,
The duduk
correct.
rumah.
And go I cannot tell you exactly what to do because different orang lain dia
Yes.
punya symptom and dia punya reaction. But come and talk to me. Maybe I would know, maybe I will ask my therapist for you. I don't know. I mean, um sis, no question but doa agak adik yang ni kembali sembuh happy like before insyaAllah kak. Thank you. Amin ya Rabbil Alamin. I do a lot of Quran reading. There's also a verse that helps with depression. I read that a lot. That helps. Yelah bila time rational all this help. Bila time dah deep tu mak kau. All
Dia
this
tak
you
boleh
don't
dia
know.
tak boleh dia tak boleh fikir of what is dia tak ada
Cannot. You
different
can, I just
feeling
want to
dia.
die because it's so painful. It's so painful.
Yes.
Dia sakit. Dia sakit yang you tak boleh letak koyok ke apa tak ada. It's inside.
Yes. You cannot dig out, you know.
Then
You tak
after that, ada
boleh.
emotional moment. Ada emotional moment. Like sometimes I don't dig but I'll be like thinking about what happened and all that. Ada emotional moment. But I let one of the things that my therapist, the first one bila yang kat MH cakap, let the emotion run through you instead of stopping it. Let it run. Jadi dia escape. Dia keluar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jangan sampai do not what I can get it is do not jangan simpan, do not let it
Jangan
stuck
simpan.
there.
Talk to somebody. Just talk to somebody. And you know not, when, you know, one of the reason why I finally went to the therapy the second time round is because when Kate Spade mati kan, my sisters gave me that link Then you know my first thought is apa tau? Alamak, so lucky That's my first thought.
Masya Allah.
Yeah, astagfirullah. So when I said that, when I thought of that, right, I thought about it a few days lah. So lucky sih dia mati. Like she doesn't have to do all this. Padahal, rationally, do I love my life? I love my life. Do I love my work? I love my work. I love my work so much that kalau I balik office Saturday, Sunday, I happy tau.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Even with me, mak besar, with IRB law, I work until middle of the night because I love the work. And that's one of the things that keep me going. Sebab tu orang cakap, kau gini baru cerai lepas tu, why are you still like here? Like asal my colleagues be like, how do you handle it? I said, this is the one that's making me happy.
Find
So
something
I
that makes you
do.
happy.
Yeah. Do the things that make you happy. Janganlah dadah semua, right? I mean, in
Yelah,
terms
that
of
is positive.
legal lah.
Positive.
Positive. So positive happiness.
Are
Yeah.
you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
Orang tak tahu tapi I'm actually quite cengeng, but I usually don't I usually don't cry in front of people because I malu. But I'm a very cengeng person. Very. My God. I remember how empty I felt when I was going through that.
InsyaAllah. Yeah, it's okay. You are not alone. You have orang-orang yang
Yeah,
support you. I
everybody is
mean,
so loving to me
yeah,
now, and
again,
I
those
think that
yang
helps.
those yang baru join kita ataupun we only have few more minutes sebelum IG terus
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
kita.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But you know what's weird? Walaupun ada a lot of like 80% or 90% yang full of love and helping,
uh,
there will be 5% that will be like wanting you to die, wanting you dead. Let me
very
just share something.
it's a strong
It's a hater. Tau.
dia macam very strong lah.
I
Dia
have a friend, I mean not a good friend, but one of the things that make me like macam stronger was because there was this one of a friend that was trying to get my marriage broken down, but tapi dia tak tunjuk lah. Maknanya macam selalu message cakap, oh I hope good, oh I hope gini. Tapi later on she will say, oh if I were you, I will leave him. He's such an asshole, gitu-gitu macam. Padahal dia tak tahu benda. I don't share things. This is not a close friend, just a normal companion. And then I found out later that he at the same time they also message my husband saying that leave honey, come to me, you know. So yeah.
okay.
Mad person, bloody bitch. So sorry but that made me stronger tau. Macam when I realised that aku dah lah ada love 90%, but there's this idiot who want to make me fall, want to make my marriage fall. So kalau I let her do it, then I lose, and the other 90% pun macam, honey, what the hell? Look at us, you know. So it makes me stronger. So when you see negative people, right, you are the two choices. You make them be your strength, or you make them be the reason why you fall. My personal take is, sedara ke, kawan baik ke, kalau macam perangai macam setan and always dissing you like, apa je dia ni, tak ada benda lah kau yang buat-buat, very negative, please kick them out of your life. Because if you don't kick them out of your life, they're always gonna be there, making things worse for you. Mati juga nanti. It's not easy. So please, all these toxic people, sedara sendiri, I don't care. Even if it's your sibling. Ada orang cakap, oh, my father is all who always... sorry. Respect your father, love your father, doakan your father, yes. But keep him out of your circle a bit. Especially when you are down. Yeah. Tenang je. Who are they? It's us, the people we love, our family, and Allah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a long process. If we can conclude, it's a very long process, and then you have people, you need nak kena saring orang-orang.
Yes, cari orang yang positif. Bangun, cakap Alhamdulillah dulu. It helps lah, it helps. It does.
helps lah. Yeah,
Yeah,
insyaAllah.
walaupun I like have to, sometimes I do this to breathe. Actually, you can breathe, but the mental thing that is not breathing. So I bangun, and then I will just say, okay, Alhamdulillah.
Okay, Kak, Instagram dah keluarkan, kita pergi 1 minit.
Okay, can. Thank you so much.
Alright. Okay, so to those yang dah dengarkan, okay, the objective is not to judge, the objective is not to actually cari kesalahan ke apa, but is to actually raise awareness that these things is real. This thing ada dalam masyarakat kita, and kalau kita ada tahu sesiapa yang memerlukan pertolongan, again, be there for them, dengarkan diorang, okay, if they see they need help, nak suruh dengarkan diorang berbual, be there for them, okay. And disclaimer, we are not experts, okay, Al-Istighfar is not experts, but we are here to actually to raise health awareness, mental health awareness, okay.
Thank you for inviting me to do this. Thank you so much.
No.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
We really appreciate that you are willing to share your journey, insyaAllah. Okay, insyaAllah tomorrow we'll be with Ustaz Fauzi. Okay.
I like him.
Ustaz Fauzi at 8 o'clock on IG Live. He will be sharing about what are the contributing factors, and then how can you manage it as well. So the poster will be up by tonight, insyaAllah. Kak, thank you so much.
Pass it to me, I will post.
Yes, thank you so much for your sharing.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum semua. Thank you, Ustazah. I love you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.